Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Markets to Watch from Smack the Markets for week commencing the 21st of January. Now this week again is going to be another very interesting week in the markets. There's quite a lot going on, especially where the Great British Pound is concerned, and all eyes are going to be on the UK politics and UK government as to how those Brexit discussions and Brexit negotiations are going to sort of move forward. So with the potential sort of volatility in Great British Pound or continuing in Great British Pound, let's take a look at a few markets here that we're going to be keeping a close eye on in the trading room for trading opportunities. Now, if we come and have a look at the first one here, so our favorite currency market at the moment is US dollar against the CAD. Main reason that we're sort of picking on this one is that a lot of these markets at the moment, certainly over the past sort of couple of weeks, have been extremely sort of choppy, and this one pretty much included as well. Generally speaking, though, we've seen the US dollar have seen quite a bit of strength coming into the US dollar over the past few weeks, and that's now the US dollar is now managing to sort of move forward. With that in mind, we've also got quite a weak CAD as well. So a turnaround here and a breakout of this sort of consolidation is really what we're looking for in dollar CAD. It's been held underneath this sort of 133 level for quite some time, and you can see the sort of range that it's in here on the weekly chart. If I open this up, we can see the range that it's in within this sort of structure of support and resistance on the weekly, but the weekly is in the context of a long trend here. If we have a look at this on the daily, again we can see the daily chart here and the context of this 133 level. The market's contained underneath it at the moment, but again, if the market can find support here, if the market can break through, then this trend here on the daily looks like it would be turning around into a new long move. There's certainly some strong momentum to the long side at the moment too, and of course this whole sort of picture and story moves down to the lower and intraday timeframes and lower timeframes too. So what I'm really looking for here is a break above this 133 level, then looking for opportunities long of this long 133 level, looking for a continued move to the high side. And you can see that there's really quite a distance here, quite a decent amount of potential move that this market may well have, and certainly there may well be may well be quite a bit of interest here because the market's been contained for quite some time within this tight range. So that's what we're looking for here with dollar CAD. Let's come and have a look at the indices. If we have a look at the our favorite one here, the Dow Jones futures contract. Now this market has been extremely strong since the turn of the year, and we've seen continued sort of moves to the long side here, continued sort of long moves breaking through some of these key levels that potentially these would have been significant resistance. If the market was likely to turn over there was some good opportunities for the market to find weakness. It hasn't done so, and we've still continued to see these US indices rally through. So a lot of the moves here have been on sort of optimism with obviously with the US government, but also with the strong earnings that have been coming out as well. So that's helped these markets move higher. So at the moment, we can see that just from a technical perspective here on the 4-hour time frame, that we've got a very sort of decent trend structure forming here. Good market geometry and also good convergence as well. So technically this is looking particularly nice. So if we can get a sort of retracement at the moment from this recent leg of the move back in towards this level around 24.46, that brings it back into the moving averages here, brings it back into a structure level. You know, that could be a nice area here where the market sort of finds support and a good place for a higher low to start to form. So I'll certainly be looking for pullbacks on this market back into interesting levels and looking for long opportunities from there as well. Now, our favorite commodity at the moment, I think what we're seeing at the moment is a little bit more normal operation in the market. So we're seeing money flowing into more riskier assets within the indices. Money's coming out of safe havens such as the sort of precious metals. So we're seeing gold and silver decline at the moment, and again, that's on the back of this sort of consolidation that we've seen here on the the daily and the 4-hour time frame. You can see that sort of very clearly, that sort of consolidation for quite some time. Now we're getting the retracement, and what I'm looking for here is, if we take a look at the weekly chart, looking for the easy move down here towards that sort of 15 level, $15.10, that sort of area. You can see there's been a bit of support and resistance through here. So that, I think, is the first move. And then from there, we'll see how price reacts. We might get a bit of a bounce. We then might start to look for a continuation short or a bounce off there. But at this moment in time, I think the market looks weak down towards that sort of 15 level. You can see here on the daily time frame. Now, lower time frames, we're starting to get some decent sort of trend structure in place. So moving averages in the right order, convergence on the indicators. So pullbacks into value areas to get short is, I think, the sort of name of the game here. So I'll certainly be looking for retracements back into structure levels on well-defined time frames. Then we can come down to lower time frames, and we can start to see that we've got some good structure on the sort of 30 and the 60-minute time frame as well. So again, just looking for those sort of value areas to be able to get short, and looking for silver for that move down towards that sort of $15 level as a first target. So there's 3 markets that we're keeping a close eye on in the trading room. I certainly hope it helps, and look forward to speaking to you next time. Thank you. Bye for now.